something came from nothing?
Well, I don't think it's accurate to say that the theory of evolution or the Big Bang or any of that shit is saying that something came from nothing. I mean, the most plausible explanation that scientists have now is that we're on the other side of a black hole, and that was the explosion we experienced, right, to start the universe. But who knows?
Chili said black holes don't exist. Well,
there's a black hole at the center of our galaxy. That
and all black holes matter.
Would Chili like to expand upon that?
Is Chili mic'd up?
Your mic's off, Chili.
Is he on? There you go, Chili. You can talk into it,
Chili is way smarter than I am, by the way.
Is he? Go ahead and pan over to Chili. Do we have a camera on Chili?
I don't hear his mic coming through.
I don't hear his mic coming through here. But pop him in. There it is. You can keep that single on Chili for a little bit.
Look at him, son.
Let me just tell you. I will say when you do talk about evolution, and I think you were conflating the Big Bang theory with evolution. Like evolution wouldn't imply that something came from nothing necessarily, as I think Dan was pointing that out. Like those are separate things. But back to the black holes. Yeah, I don't think black holes exist.
At all?
No, I don't.
Well, we just took a picture of one last week.
Yeah.
With a telescope.
What is a black hole? It's literally a pocket of nothing, right?
That's a good question. We don't know what it is.
I mean, if it's a pocket of nothing, how you take a picture of it? You took a picture of nothing?
I take a picture using something called gravitational lensing, right? It's part of the theory of relativity.
Well, hey man, listen, I will be the first to tell you, I'm extremely cognitively limited.
No, I can explain it to you.
You just said Chili was the smartest guy you knew.
No,
he's just humble.
I'm caught in a crossfire here.
I'm very cognitively limited.
Here, I'll give you a very simple explanation of it, right? So light travels obviously at light speed, right?
Right.
So we have this very dense object. We can't see the object itself. So imagine this is invisible, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. But we know that there's light behind it because we rotate at a different rate that this rotates with us, right?
Right.
So it's moving across our landscape like this. Now we can see the light from behind it bending around it. And there's a mathematical equation you can do to tell how much mass this object has to cause light to bend that way. That's how you take a picture of it. So actually you're taking a picture of the negative space.
Dan, do you believe we really went to the moon?
That's a really good question, actually.
I was hoping we would go there today, dude.
That's a really good question.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now.
I've heard from people that work and have worked close with NASA and like in past decades who believe, yes, we went to the moon, but we also fucking shot some fake footage just in case it didn't work out. I've heard that from people that I believe.
Do you think we didn't go to the moon?
I'm going to go ahead and tell you, brother, we didn't go to the moon. I hate to burst your bubble.
But you actually filled my bubble.
Well, I will say, do you know how many people have landed on the moon?
12 or something.
Yeah.
Over 13, yeah.
Who are the other 10, man? You only hear the names of 2.
Well, those were the most famous because they did the 3 through 12. Do you really care about
Yeah, man. There's only 12 of them.
Who played in the Super Bowl last year? I know those teams. I don't know who finished 3 through 12 in the rest of the NFL. And I'm an NFL fan, you know? Right. But the other guys, it's sorry you were 3rd.
Hey, man, but Buzz and old Lance Lance Armstrong and Buzz, they came down and they handed out moon rocks and it was freaking petrified wood. They went to foreign countries, man, and handed them to world leaders, and it was petrified wood.
Well, maybe that's what the moon's made of.
You could be right.
What the moon, our theory on what the moon is made of. So, right around 1 billion years old, the Earth got hit by a Mars-sized object. This is the working theory, and it blew off the crust of the Earth, right? And then, just like Saturn's ring, an accretion disk formed, and over time they slammed together, and the gravity of the moon absorbed all that matter.
So it makes sense for a piece of an oak tree to fly up there, you're saying?
No, not necessarily, but carbon.
Carbon deposits?
That's what petrified wood is. It's almost like charcoal.
You're on to something.
That's why we have these conversations, man.
We've
got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we have to.
Look here,
Actually, I don't give a shit. I would like Harry Carey's old theory that the moon is made out of blue cheese.
Yeah, same.
If that were the case, or if there's a cow up there, any of that bullshit.
So what do you think happened with the moon?
I guess you could sum it all up saying it was just a big hoax, man. If China ain't been to the moon, we ain't been to the moon, son.
You think China's better than us?
I think, doesn't China produce more engineers every year in a single year than we have in the whole population of the United States of America? I think that
That's a great question.
I think
actually.
the Chinese, Asian people in general are highly intelligent.
Well, they value
extremely hardworking, extremely disciplined, and they like to win.
Yeah.
These guys, they're fierce, man. They like to win. Now, I just got to give them a little credit, man.
Yeah.
I think they would have went.
I'm not sure that there's any value in going to the moon. Like, who gives a shit?
Why do we spend all this money researching freaking Antarctica?
Well,
what's
I
the
think
value
for
in
climate
that?
change,
No,
I believe.
there's some of that, but Antarctica also happens to be situated at a pole, which means it's there's less atmospheric disturbance when you're trying to use a telescope to look outward, right? That's one of the reasons. It's the same reason that we have a lot of our main radio telescopes up in the mountains and shit, like on that island in Hawaii and then down in Chile and shit.